I am Project.0, and so are you. The Project Management Institute, or PMI, defines project as a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. And today, I am here to challenge this statement with the biggest project of them all. Yourself. As humans, we have more projects than we can count. Trust me, whether it be small improvements around the house or in your personal life, something you're working on for your fun hobbies or whatnot, or something you're actively trying to achieve in your career. Life in general is filled with projects. But the one single project that most people actually forget about is yourself. It just sits there gathering dust while your life goes on and you complete the more priority projects in your life. But the reason this is the case is because life gets busy and you put yourself as the least of your priorities. And let's be honest, on the surface, it doesn't seem like a priority. I need to fix this table. I need to get the certification for work. I want to finish up my project car. These are all examples of very goal-oriented, temporary endeavors, aka what you would call a conventional project. It has a deadline and a feeling of haste. But what if, just what if, the goal is a growing target, a sort of scope creep that is naturally embedded into the goal? My goal is to improve my life, myself, and be happy. Although very, very vague, I'll admit, this is a temporary endeavor to create a unique result. Temporary because life has an expiration date, let's be honest here, and the result being, of course, improving your life, yourself, and being happier. A sort of live project, if you will, where the definition of the goal changes and grows with you as you get older and life matures and changes and grows and becomes this monstrous thing that you can't really predict. So the goalpost moves. So great, we've got our goal. Now what? Now how do we achieve this goal? So to do this, you have to look within. This is gonna sound a little cheesy, all right? So you're not gonna follow some fad where you wake up at 5 in the morning, take a cold plunge, then do 1,000 push-ups and run 3 miles, eat 2 pieces of spinach and journal about how awful your morning was, but you think this is somehow improving your life because some podcast bro said it would. The best way is to take myself as an example, all right? I am by no means a perfect human. My family and friends will very emphatically tell you that I am a very flawed human being, but maybe talking about the steps that I have taken to work on my project will help you with yours. So let's go to about 5 years ago. All right, so post the pandemic, life got really busy and really stressful really, really quickly, and I ended up doing the exact opposite of what I do now. I put Project.0 on the back burner, focused on the more tangible and seemingly priority items like getting good grades, focusing on my career, etc., etc., etc. But it ended up biting me in the back. I had fallen into a sort of depressive lull. I started doing terribly in school, which ultimately led me to a forced career change, and this was a very, very tough time. Life wasn't great, and I wanted to improve it. That was the broad, very, very broad goal. I thought to myself, what would improve my life at this point in time, right? I guess I need to find a new career to focus on, so I can get back on the horse. I guess I have to learn a few new skills for that, huh? I mean, okay, I can do that. I guess I'd also like to be a little happier with myself. What are some things that I have control over that, that I can do to make myself more content? Maybe I can start going to the gym a little bit more and eating a little cleaner. All right, now that I've got all these skills and I'm feeling a little healthier and cleaner and I guess we're good to go, let's go out and get a new job. All right, now that I've got this fancy new job and I'm a little less stressed about finances, let's start enjoying ourselves and reconnect with some friends, try to enjoy life, Great, I'm enjoying life. I'm at a great point in life now. So I want to find someone to spend the rest of my life with. Sweet. Found someone. She's cool. Let's get married. And the story goes on. This is life. And this is what happens when you start focusing on your Project.0, yourself. Life progresses. You progressively become more and more happy. And what happy means kind of just grows. I'm not sure if this makes sense. So now this is just one example, and there's a lot more to this story, a lot more nuance to it. And at this point, I've met my goal multiple times because at each step I've improved my life, myself as an individual, and found new things to make me happy. And I continue to do so even if there are projects 1 through a million that needs to be done throughout my existence on this planet. Because if you don't take care of yourself and focus on what you need, all the other projects will crumble and fall and become irrelevant. This is the keystone project, the foundation project, whatever you want to call it. This is the first stone laid at the Pyramid of Giza. Now, how do you dust off your old dusty, crusty Project Zero and get started? This is going to sound a little cheesy, but take a blank sheet of paper and write the words goal in big ass letters, and then underneath write the words, I want to improve my life, myself, and be happy. And then write down what right now at this moment can you do to meet that goal. Start with yourself and then external factors, and limit the crazy long-term goals like I want to make $1 million and buy a jet, unless that's a realistic short-term goal for you. I mean, at that point, comment down below, let's be friends, because I'd love to ride on a private jet. But I digress. Here are a few guiding questions, all right? What can I do to improve myself? Things like going to the gym, losing weight, eating healthier, reading a book, reducing cortisol, going on walks more, talking to friends and family, going out and socializing. These are the things that I'm thinking about, all right? Next up, what can I do to improve my life? We're talking about things like finding a new job, buying a new mattress because the current one hurts my back, buying new shoes, ghosting toxic friends, quit smoking, delete TikTok, stuff like that. And then what will make me happy, right? Think really, really short term right now, because this part of the broader goal is keeping your engine running. Keeping yourself happy is important so you can achieve the other 2 parts we just talked about. So let's say you want to watch a movie, all right? Go on a short solo trip or a trip with your friends or SO. Get a massage. Take the kids out for ice cream if you've got kids. Go for a quick jog. Go to your local place of worship. Stuff like that. Once you start knocking things off of this list, I guarantee you will feel accomplished and you'll feel great, and your life would just be a little bit better. The trick is to keep doing this forever. That sounds very daunting, right? But it's how we should live. And the people you surround yourself with should also live like this too. Looking after yourself and caring for yourself isn't selfish, it is a necessity. Over time, you'll do this subconsciously and make subtle changes in your day-to-day routines tailored to your needs and wants. And Project Zero will eventually become your most successful project ever. You just need to keep up with it and not stop. So that's why I named this channel Project Zero. I want to focus on just random stuff that has kept me alive and well, and maybe new stuff that I found out about that I'd want to share with everyone else. I have lots of projects. I have lots of random hobbies and interests, and sometimes I just want to talk about them. So this is my selfish attempt of telling everyone about myself. No, I'm not a narcissist. This channel is about self-improvement, navigating new challenges, learning new things, and just straight up existing as a human on this planet. It is difficult. The world sucks, but we exist, and this channel is about just existing and maybe improving your life a little bit while you exist on this planet, right? If it sounds fun, subscribe if you want. I've made lots of random content on the internet before, so yeah, I don't know. It's very, 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 very small chance that you've ran into one of my other channels, but I like making content, and it's usually hobbies and stuff that I'd consider myself an expert in. This is very new for me, all right? And I'm here to learn new things alongside you all. Comment down below if you found this video helpful, and let me know if you have any tips, tricks, improvements, any topics you'd like me to cover, and that's about it. I'll see you in the next one.